Nice. Love the way they make you shine.
Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Phoenix Suns. At small forward, Josh Okogie. And now, the starting lineup for our LA Clippers. At forward, 6'8", number 33, Nicholas Batum. It's center.
Live coverage of the NBA here on... Now, Greg, when you look at these rosters, both teams have lots of quality players and very deep benches.
And with the pace we see in games, it really helps to have more legs to run. Each of these coaches have a lot of options, so it'll be interesting to see how they play the matchups.
Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Andre Ayton out there with Durant, and it's Okogie in at the 3 slot. Now here's Durant.
And never say never, but we might never see another player who combines the length and guard skills of Kevin Durant. He's a player who completely breaks the mold.
First trip to the line for him here.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Well, Durant still has a drive to keep adding something to his game offensively, which should be scary to the rest of the league, but makes him so fun to watch.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Here's George. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. And when you think about Durant's singularity as a player, Steve Kerr said he's more gifted than Michael Jordan. Greg, what do you think of that?
Well, Steve's had a first-hand view coaching KD and playing alongside Jordan. He didn't say greater, but more gifted. I think it's a conversation.
Here's Westbrook after the made shot from KD. And it's Leonard missing. Booker outside. And it's sent back by George.
Paul George has such great defensive instincts, the length, and then the read that time. That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Bounce pass from Westbrook. Here's Leonard. And again, no good by the Clippers.
No, it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
The shot's good.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And continuing to press their advantage. They're not taking their foot off the gas.
Passes it to Leonard. A fader. That one goes in.
Well, that's a healthy make there after missing their first 4 shots. 1 of 5, not what they wanted, but they're on the board.
Paul kicks to KD. From past the arc. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
And Nicholas Batum with the slam.
And a little slam dunk from Batum. That'll work.
The Suns have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. KD against Batum. Durant. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Plumlee with a screen on Booker. And here's George for 3. No good that time. Now the Suns take it the other way. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Impressive to see them on the road just step up and have that kind of offensive performance.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Leonard. Again, Los Angeles.
Kawhi Leonard keeping the game very simple and just taking what the defense is gifting him.
The shot's good from Paul. Paul's got his second bucket of the night.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them. And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. In just 4 seasons, Phoenix Greg went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise. Now a chance to see the numbers for George. He's coming off an excellent season, checking in at about 24 points per, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. And so much of what they do on offense depends on how he plays.
Well, he attracts serious attention from the defense, and that really does open up the backside for a lot of his teammates to take full advantage.
Here's Zubac. He had 15 points last outing. Zubac with the screen for Batum. Zubac no good.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And that one is good.
Oh, man, off to a terrific start, yet to miss with 6 made buckets.
Here's Highland. Leonard on the wing. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Here's Highland. Last game we saw him score 14. Lets it go from the wing. George with the bucket.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Who wants one? Come on, let's hear it. Come on and get loud right now, man. It's time to...
For the Clippers, Robert Covington's checked in for Batum. Norman Powell comes in for Leonard. Mann subbed in for George. Suns leading by 13. Now Payne. And the layup's good off the glass.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Powell against Ross. 3-pointer. They get it again. Second chance shot, and it's Zubac laying it in.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
And the Suns call time.
Let me hear you get loud. All right, here comes your Clippers breaker. Let's give it up.
The Suns making a switch here. Ayton's checked in.
Clippers breaker.
Let's pause to take a look at the teams that were tops in field goal percentage last season. The Suns #1.
They were remarkable in terms of their efficiency on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, they did a great job of finding the open man and working for great looks. Really just an unselfish group.
Phoenix leading by 13. Payne with it. Lee outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Highland passes to Zubac. Powell down low. He's guarded by Ross. Here's Highland. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Count that bucket.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Lee gets the bucket.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Clippers trail by 16. Here's Mann. Pass to Zubac. Here's Highland. Clock at 6. Pass to Mann. Power down with both hands.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Here's Mann. It's good from long range. Mann's got 5.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against the Kings. Covington setting the pick for Powell. Kicks it out to Covington. A three-pointer, no good. And here's Ayton. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. 17-point game. He in the posts. Now the pass to Craig. Fires for 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Well, a lot of importance placed on outside shooting, and tonight you can see why after that kind of quarter exploding from the perimeter.
To the left wing. A baseline J. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Suns. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the...
And your Clippers Houston team. All right, friends.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintained.
Time now for an injury report.
Hey guys, Phoenix's head athletic trainer gave me an update. He said that he suffered a nasty bruise to the lower part of his back and that it's really stiffened up on him. This is never the way you want to lead off, but they have no choice. They still have to play the games. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Hopefully everything works out for him. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Batuma's out there with Plumlee, and it's Westbrook in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Westbrook scanning the floor. The 3 from George.
Come on.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball call.
And Phoenix has possession. And Greg, we're still very early in the season. What are these teams right now doing to maintain success through the year?
Well, this is the time for coaches to experiment with lineup combinations. And for the players, it's important they learn each other's tendencies and try and work on building chemistry.
Leonard on the wing. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Rebound by the Suns.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
Yep, that one goes in there. Paul's got 11 points.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Pass to Leonard. Shoots a fader. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. 6 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Nice job by Russell just not forcing anything on that play.
Here's Paul, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Well, Frank, Chris Paul is undoubtedly one of the smartest players in the NBA.
And that's why he's been able to maintain such a high level of play for so long. As one of his teammates said, he has an IQ that's going to keep him on the floor until he's 50. Chris Paul, as a veteran leader, just sets a high standard for the team that he's playing on. It's really elevated the other guys.
And the Clippers call time here.
All right, fans, let's hear it for your Clippers.
Chance to look at the stats for Booker, coming off a terrific season. Last season put up about 26 points a game, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And you love how he facilitates their offense. Just a terrific decision maker.
So many times it's with the extra pass, and man, he's delivering.
Outside for Batum. Bounce pass from Westbrook. Here's Leonard. No good on that one. So Phoenix will take it the other way. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
And going back to last year, this series was an even split.
Clippers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Offensive rebound. Plumlee dishes to George. Misses the baby hook.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Here's Batum, and Batum throws it down.
Paul George doesn't just score. He can pass it as well. He's a great all-around player.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And we talk about the playmaking ability of CP3. 3rd all-time in career assists, 2nd all-time in career assist percentage, and he looks far from done.
The first free throw is good. And great, what separates Paul from the other 2 guys that have more career assists is that Paul also averaged 18 points a game.
And he scores with efficiency. Really a one-of-a-kind talent. When he finally does decide to hang him up, I think he'd make a great head coach as well.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Outside for Batum. Offline with his 3.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
The Clippers shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Westbrook passes to Leonard. Count it. Good. Leonard's got 4 points this quarter.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
And here's Booker from the arc. And again, it's the Suns missing. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road. Take good shots and knock them down with confidence.
Well, awesome to see in that last game how the motion in their offense didn't stop because they were in some hostile territory.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. Now we see more and more top prospects bypass college or even leave high school early to make 6 figures playing for G League Ignite. For many years, going pro at such a young age was something we only saw abroad. But that reality is now here. Kevin?
I like it too, David. The landscape is shifting, and I think for the better. Thank you for the report. And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. And then for Phoenix, Ayton, he's checked in for Biyombo. Torrey Craig comes in for Josh Okogie. And it's Payne in for Paul.
How about a show of power from KD? He knew the contact was coming and ripped right through it.
Highland passes to Zubac. Kicks it out to Covington. Here's Mann, guarded by KD. And the three off target. The Suns have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Ayton trying to break free. Payne's shot is good.
Throwing off his defender to get to the shot. Campaign with a nimble move.
The Clippers shooting 31% in the second. Some poor shot selection for them in this quarter. Powell, the pass to Highland. There's a screen by Covington. Powell for 3. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Powell 1 for 2.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
And since 1999, the Clippers and the Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Powell, the pass to Zubac. Here's Highland. Shoots over Payne. Highland misses.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Ayton kicks to Craig. Shoots over Covington. Craig can't get it to go. And Los Angeles guys, shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
That'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And Brent, as an NBA player, there's tremendous competition, but also shared respect, and some say a brotherhood. How does that all balance out?
I think, Kevin, there's a clear line of delineation of what you're talking about once playoff time hits the NBA. I mean, during the regular season, you see a lot of guys spending some time with one another, but come playoff time, I'd be hard-pressed to find that kind of interaction because guys know what's on the line, they know what's at stake, and competition always reigns supreme.
Low block shot on the way. Count the basket. KD's got 6 here in this quarter.
And you can see why KD has won himself a couple scoring titles.
Highland passes to Powell. Covington setting the pick for Powell. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Ayton.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Terrence Ross is checked in for Torrey Craig. The free throw drops for Powell.
An efficient score. Norman Powell can fill it up when given the opportunity.
He does score from anywhere on the floor, but it's defensive versatility that I think really helps him because he can match up with smaller guards. He can get underneath bigger wings, and that defense really allows him to stay on the floor to complement the other offensive players that are producing.
It's Powell on the wing. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Kevin Durant. Now the Clippers trading last season for Norman Powell. And as they say, Greg, the rich get richer.
Yeah, an excellent two-way player. Their wing depth becoming the envy of the league, and he's just coming into his prime, so he fits the timeline of their star.
Yeah, can't sleep on Powell defensively. He will step up and start to pour it in.
No good from Lee.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Zubac, a screen on Lee. Here's Powell. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
High post, KD. Covington's there. Here's Lee outside. Knocks down the 3 ball. Lee's got 14 points.
And Payne just playing eyes-up basketball, seeing that opportunity.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Welcome to halftime. And guys, so far the game has belonged to Kevin Durant.
He's hitting all the buckets. When you got a guy this hot, just got to let him do his thing.
Yeah, no question. His thing is working, running wild. And let's get back to our featured game. A fantastic battle between these two guys.
Not surprising to see two competitive guys who bring it every time they're on the floor. It's been a spicy duel to watch.
Yeah, and we know you like it spicy.
No, I don't. Give me some milk.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
Setting the floor for the Suns. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is out there with Durant, and it's Okogie in at the 3 slot. Batum sets a screen for George. Dishes to Plumlee. Batum for 3. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's Okogie, the pass to KD. Makes it off the glass. Durant's got 28.
And that's where Kevin Durant's length really pays off on the inside. Hard to hold him back without fouling.
Here's Leonard. Rebound by the Suns. Ayton's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Outside Durant. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And that's now 30 points for Kevin Durant.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Leonard looking around. Outside Westbrook. Plumlee with a screen on Paul. And the Clippers miss again.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Kicks it out to Booker. Over George. And he stays with it. Booker finds KD. Plays it up off the glass. Durant's got 32 points.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Something you noticed about these Suns last year was their offensive talent, Brent. It could be seen from top to bottom.
Man, they got plenty of great shooters on the floor. Obviously, one of the great distributors of all time in Chris Paul. And with these guys scoring in a variety of ways, really tough to defend from inside, outside, and the deadly mid-range of your leader.
Booker outside. The three. Suns keep it alive. And Kevin Durant again. KD's got 11 points here in just the second half. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by Phoenix.
Paul kicks to KD. The three. Westbrook pulls it in. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him. Launches a three. And it's Durant with the rebound. KD's got his 7th rebound here tonight. KD on the wing. The tray. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Leonard the pass to Westbrook. Double team on Westbrook. To the paint. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Here's Durant driving inside. And he uses the glass on the layup. Durant's got 36.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Westbrook passes to Leonard. It's good.
That's great touch from the swing man as Kawhi knows that he can capitalize from that area and he can get there anytime he wants.
Booker up top, defended by George. Booker the pass to Okogie. Plumlee with some nice D. Clippers have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Inside. Banked in off the glass. Plumlee's got his first basket.
Not sure when Kawhi saw him, but the fact is he did, and he delivered. That's a great pass.
Booker against George. No good from Booker.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
From deep, George. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Powell, he's checked in for the Clippers. And then for Phoenix, Biyombo, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. And it's Torrey Craig in for Kevin Durant. Paul passes to Okogie. Down low, Powell with the steal. Kicks it to Westbrook. Pass to Leonard. In the corner, George with it. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. We've heard about player tracking on the court, but now shot tracking is helping players refine their strokes. It measures not just makes or misses, but the arc and the depth, and the left to right direction of shots. These systems provide instant feedback to shooters and help them find the bottom of the net. Kevin, back to you.
Sign me up. That is a fascinating story. David, thank you.
Chris Paul knows exactly not just who's going to hit him, but how they're going to hit him.
And here's Westbrook. Batum's screen on Paul. Here's Westbrook. The shot off that time.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
It's good.
Booker does not lack confidence when it comes to his ball handling. Wow, sensational there.
Right side, Westbrook. Off target with his three.
Well, his shots aren't dropping. They haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
The shot by Paul, no good. LA's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. And it's Westbrook missing.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
Here's Booker. Basket counts.
Devin Booker.
Booker's got 6 points in the quarter.
Booker getting contact, still finding a way to finish through it.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
The three from George. Rebound by the Suns. Paul with the ball. George picks him up. Stolen by George. Powell against Booker. Powell kicks to Leonard. 23 seconds left in the third. It's hauled in by the Suns. Paul's got his 4th rebound in this one. Booker in the corner. Shoots the three. Buries the long-range jumper. Booker's got 9.
He's been a little more selective in shooting threes, has Devin Booker, but man, when he makes one, sometimes he'll open up a can of them.
George. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Suns. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. Right back after this break. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. They've got Gordon, Robert Covington out there with Marcus Morris. And it's man in at the point guard position.
He sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Covington against Warren, and the layup falls. Warren's got his first points in this one.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Covington, and the dunk by Covington.
And how about that? Covington rising up and throwing it down with some authority.
The Suns shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. Here's Lee. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
There's a screen by Covington with the drive, and stolen by Payne. And now in transition is Lee. Here we go. Rebounded by Covington.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
Austin, no good. And it's Warren with the ball for the Suns. He kicks it to Lee. Well, Greg, we're seeing high schoolers now making 6 figures to play basketball. I bet you wouldn't have minded that in your time, would you?
I tell you what, it beats delivering the newspaper, right? It's still fresh and developing, but a lot of different opportunities are emerging.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Phoenix.
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
You probably have to touch on as well that tonight their penetration has been awesome. I mean, they put force on this game, attacking off the bounce, and And the willingness to do that has paid off.
Pass to man. Takes the three. Trains the three-pointer.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Over in the corner, Lee. To the inside. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Lee outside. And it's rebounded by Covington.
Well, he was terrific in the first half, guys. Maybe some adjustments from the opposing team coach, and he's lost a little bit of that touch here in the second.
Here's Morris. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. To the middle. Covington with the steal. Here's Boston. Gordon, the pass to Boston. No good. Shot missing. And Phoenix the other way now. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Ross for three. And again, it's the Suns missing. LA's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Gordon against Lee. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Darius Bazley. That'll be his second foul of the game. And player nicknames are a fun part of covering the game. Now, a lot of guys, GA, are just going with their initials, like KD or AD or KG. Do we need more creativity?
I don't know, Kevin. Maybe the league could give guys a cash bonus for picking a nickname. Initials excluded. That might spark some creativity.
There's Lee with the three and with the rebound.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Highland passes to Gordon. Covington setting the pick for Gordon. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. They could use a bucket. Ross, that's good.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And the basket by Gordon.
Even though Eric Gordon went in amongst the bigger guys on the floor, he's able to remain calm and get two.
Ross in the corner. Lee outside. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Clippers. Here's Highland. Here's the teardrop. Payne grabs the board. Last season, of course, Marcus Smart won the Defensive Player of the Year. You know, Greg, it's rare to see a guard win it. Should perimeter players get more consideration from this point on?
It's tough, Kev. I do think they should. And I think the numbers, though, tend to favor the rim protectors. But it's only right to recognize great defense at every position, especially in an age of positionless basketball.
For Los Angeles, they've got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Here's Highland. Payne covering. Kicks it out to Covington. No good from outside.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
The pass to Payne. To the paint. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession. And the Clippers making a switch here. George is checked in.
Into the lineup for your Clippers, Paul George.
So it's the Clippers now. 1:36 left in the game. Inside, here's Covington. The shot comes out, and Phoenix will come the other way.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Suns.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kevin Durant.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastated.
Goes up from the top of the key. Highland's shot is good.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Terrence Mann.
Into the lineup for your Clippers, Kawhi Leonard.
30 seconds left in the fourth. Passes it to Zubac. Down low. Highland's shot is good.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And Phoenix can just let the clock run down here. Payne kicks to Craig. There's the 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Pass to Highland. So it's the Suns winning easily here. A resounding victory for them. All right, David, thank you.
We appreciate you.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time.